welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a little bit different this morning. As you can see, I'm in my kitchen, not my sewing studio at the moment, but I am going to move up there in a sec. I thought I would come on and do a little behind the scenes kind of vlog today because it's Christmas season, and not only do I sew bits and pieces handmade for myself, I also run a little handmade store as well, which I tend nowadays only to open near Christmas. So at the moment, the shop is open on Etsy and on my website, and the orders are coming flooding in, which is very exciting. So not loads of dressmaking going on at the moment, although I have got something to share with you a bit later on. So I thought I would bring you along in a behind the scenes day in the life of Lucy in my sew studio and show you what I get up to. So first of all, day in the life, I'm making myself a cup of tea. Or I might make a coffee actually, it's a long day ahead. And I take that up to my sewing studio. I've been very organised this morning. I've got a pork casserole in the slow cooker, which my family will probably hate tonight. So I'm feeling super organised and energised, and I'm ready to start sewing. So just gonna make my coffee and then I'll take you up to the sew studio. Okay. Coffee in hand, let's go. I'm going to take you up to the sew studio now, and I have got a day of sewing ahead of me, a little bit of handmade, excuse my back garden, shut the door, a little bit of handmade, and then I'm going to do some dressmaking this afternoon. Let's go. Okay, so I'm up in the sew studio now, and the first thing on my list today is to finish off a couple of orders. So I'm in the process of making this rather cute little personalised bunting flag cushion. Love these are so sweet. They're, you know, really sort of simple looking, but they just give a really nice impact. I've got some lovely pastel pom-poms to put around the edge, and what I love about these is you've got to use every colour thread, and they look amazing on the back as well because you use all different colour threads. So I'm just now trying to find, I've got a bit of grey, which I've already got in my machine to finish off my E, and then I need to try and find a matching pink. I've got a whole tub of my threads here, very untidy indeed. I'm not the tidiest of sewers, I must admit. It's quite nice when the studio is open for me to teach in because I have to keep it tidy. Whereas at the moment, I'm not doing any teaching at all in here because I don't want people wearing face masks, it's too snug, so it's not so tidy. Right, a pink. I think it's gonna have to be this one unless I go paler. I might go paler in fact, that looks really pretty. And I need a lilac. Really pale one. Perfect. So, I'm gonna get that turquoise out. So yeah, I love picking all the lovely colours. It looks so pretty. Got one of those rainbow tower drawer sets from Hobbycraft or somewhere, and that's what I keep all of my sort of equipment in. Anyhow, let me move you a bit closer. So I'm just going to have a go. I'm just going to finish off this personalisation now, and then I just need to add a couple more stars on there before I pop the pom-poms on, and I'm hoping to, well, I will be getting this finished this morning, and then I've got a couple more orders to cut out, and then I'm going to be showing you something very exciting that I'm going to be making for myself later on. So I'm just going to get to the sewing machine now. Quick swig. So I stitch all my lettering on using a technique called applique. And actually I've got a little video showing you how to do applique. I will try and link it up somewhere up here for you so you can go and have a try if you wish yourself. I love applique. It's so satisfying and relaxing to do, and it just means that you can, you know, add personalization, or you can add little details to work that, you know, you maybe couldn't do before. I'll use a little zigzag stitch to do my applique. Sometimes I will use a straight stitch on the little tiny sort of motifs like the little star and heart here, so I'll show you how I do that as well. There we go. That's that all done. I'm just going to go around this little heart here and star, and then I want to put another couple of smaller stars up this side, I think, and then it's ready for its pom-poms. So I want to cut some more stars out for my little cushion to go along the top there, and all my wording, so all my lettering I do by hand. I draw by hand and cut out by hand. The only things I use my die cutter for, which is what this is, are stars, because I find it really difficult to cut a really nice star. So for stars and for circles. So if you've seen my unicorn cushions, they've got little cheeks on them, and I use my die cutter for that. So I'm just picking my fabrics. This is probably what takes the longest amount of time, choosing what fabrics I want to use for different things. I'm really particular, and quite often I will cut things out, put it on, and then I don't like it, so I'll pop that in the box for something else, and then I'll recut. So it just takes ages to find the right, you know, just the right colour, the right fabric to match each cushion personally. It's brilliant, this die cutter. I got it from Hobbycraft years ago, and it's just, I just love it because it makes it so much easier. And as you can see, I don't really have many die cutters, mainly my circles. I have got hearts, but I prefer to draw the hearts myself. These I don't like the shape of quite so much. And I've got some little snowflakes in there and things if I want to make cards. So yeah, that's my little pouch of die cuts. A bit extravagant to have this die cutter machine just for that, but hey. There's my lovely pom-poms that I'm going to be adding down the side of my cushion for Grace. So, maybe both. Okay, I'm just going to iron this on, this applique, and then I'll take it back to my sewing machine. Finally decided where to put that heart. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. So I found a spare tag made by Lucy. Couldn't find my bag. Who knows? In here somewhere. Anyway, I found one spare, so I'm going to attach that somewhere on my cushion down the side. Pop a clip on. And I'm just going to, this is the back fabric I'm using. This pink is the last bit of this pink actually. So if I don't do pink with hearts, sometimes I do pink spot polka dot on the back of my cushions. So again, they vary a little bit. And also I can't get any more of this. I like this because it's really nice, thick sort of medium weight cotton, which is great for cushions, but Laura actually is sadly gone. I think they've got some bits online, but I don't think they're selling fabric online now. So I now just clip my backing onto my cushion. And I want to leave that gap at the bottom somewhere. have the grand reveal. Just being careful of the pom-poms at this point. Make sure they're caught in okay. Yeah, lovely Grace's little cushion. I'm just going to go give that a press now, ready for stuffing. Fibre stuffing for my cushions. Find the gap. And I just want to stuff it as full as I can because the hollow fibre stuffing also sort of flattens over time, so you want to make sure there's loads in there so in a year's time it's still looking nice and puffy. So after I've done this, I'm then going to be finishing this off. I'm going to package this cushion off, and then I've got some bits to take around to the post office. So I am going to grab a little snack and take you to the post office with me, post off some parcels, and then I will be back this afternoon to prep some more orders, and also, one sec, I will show you what I am part of over on Instagram at the moment. Right, this is almost full, it's looking very cute. I use a chopstick to push into my corners. Let's push my stuffing in a bit further, make sure it's nice and full. I surprisingly use quite a lot of stuffing to fill cushions, and this is, you know, not a massive cushion like you'd have on your sofa, and it still uses a lot of stuffing. So I think that is done. There we go, just checking I put the hearts up the right way. That would have been a nightmare. Luckily I did. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to find myself a hand sewing needle, and I'm going to stitch up the gap now, and then it's ready to be wrapped up looking pretty to go off to its new home. Done. There we go. Super. I'm going to package this up now. Now I don't really have a packaging area as such. I've just got a little space where I've cleared away. I had a little sort out in my studio over lockdown, so I've tried to make a little space where I could do packaging. I don't obviously do as many handmade orders now, let me take you over, as I used to, so I don't need quite so much space, but I've tried to make a bit of space on this little sideboard, which I used to just keep loads of stuff on. This is a little iPad holder. This is what we made in the Sew Club last week, but this is my neighbour's son's that I made for him years ago, and I just need to replace his name on the back because it's coming off. So this is kind of what I make my little packaging area now. And of course I've got bits and pieces here that don't really need to be here, but it just seems to happen. I seem to have so much stuff up here. But yeah, so now I also try and recycle as much as I can of my packaging. I'm really conscious of the environment, and my daughter's a real animal lover, and so we just try and make a real effort as well. So I use paper packaging as much as I can. The only thing I don't is with these cushions, I just put, I know I shouldn't, a little bit of sort of plastic round the cushion because I don't want them to get wet and ruined. They take obviously my time to make, and they're all made specially for each individual. So, but I do like to encourage others to recycle, so I'll put a little note on my label to say please recycle what you can. So let's pop my cushion in here. ribbon round. I love ribbon. I have lots. I will show you in a moment my little ribbon supplies, which I also sell on my website as well. It's one of my most favourite things. You get so many pretty designs. So this ribbon I use on my unicorn cushions, and I also like to wrap my handmade cushions in them as well. The girly ones. The boys have a more boy themed, boy colour, should I say, ribbon around theirs. It just finishes it off nicely. So let's do a nice bow. Looks pretty. I'm just going to write a little note on the back of my card here as well. On my little business cards, I'm just going to tuck that behind, and then I'm going to pop this. I don't think this is what I normally use to send out my parcels. Things like Christmas sacks and bunting. Obviously can go nice and flat and fit in these. Don't think my cushion is going to fit in there, so I'm going to use some brown paper that I've had that I store. So when I receive parcels, I store all the brown paper to reuse, and I'm going to use some of that to wrap this up, and then I'm going to go to the post office. I'm just going to show you my ribbon supply. Yes, this is my ribbon supply. Bias binding, which I love. I use bias binding on loads of stuff that I make. I've got all my fabrics here, which I sell in my online shop. Yes, and all my pretty ribbons. So I've got like Eastery themed ones up here, bunny rabbits and little chicks. I've got some little cactuses are really cute up here. Lovely spots. So I kind of just pick what I want to use to wrap around my parcels. I'm very lucky. I've got some pom-poms down the bottom here. I get to use all these gorgeous things every day in the bits and pieces that I make. So yeah, I'll show you around my studio. Excuse me, that awful ironing board. That is terrible. That's my spare, and I need to make a new cover for it, and I just haven't got round to it yet. So here's my lovely little hanging rail. I need to add some new clothes to that. And then this little area this is normally my filming desk. So I normally film looking out that way with obviously my camera looking at me. Gets the best light. And then I've got this nice little station up here where I can do cutting out. But these tables, this is from IKEA. And it's one of the trestle ones that you can lift up and down. So at the moment it's down in desk position, but when I'm cutting out for myself, I raise it right up so that I can stand up, not get a sore back. And then over here, I've got my little sewing corner. And my workshop is set up just for me to sew in at the moment because COVID is keeping all my lovely sewers away and I can't hold workshops in here. It's just too snug. And amazingly, in this little wee space of mine, I managed to fit 5 to 6 sewers in at one time for a workshop, which I'm pretty impressed with myself for doing. And we have loads of fun. So yes, here we are. So I'm going to go package up this cushion now, and I'm going to head to the post office, grab a snack because I'm feeling a bit hungry, and then I'll be back. Post office time. Here I am heading off to the post office around the corner. Actually a really lovely day out here today. Sun is shining. Haven't had to put a coat on. So nice. So I also find my little post office walk is a brilliant excuse to get me out of the sewing room, get some fresh air when it's nice. I try and walk, it's literally just around the corner from my house, which is super handy. Gives me a bit of exercise with all my bags. It just depends how big my parcels are. But today it's just fabric orders and cushions. So, well, one cushion, so it's not too bad. Yeah, and it's really pleasant. Get some lovely fresh air. So, plans for this afternoon. When I get back, I'm going to write out a new to-do list of what orders I need to prep next, what's next on my list, make sure I've got all the fabrics for the orders that I received over the weekend, and then I'm also going to share with you my super exciting Instagram challenge that I'm joining in with through October and November, and I'll show you what I am going to be making. And that will be it, I think. Then it'll be time for the kids to come home. Okay, so I have been to the post office, had a snack and put some washing on the line. It's the middle of October and I've got some washing on the line. It's only my bed sheets, but still on the line. Now I have written a little list of things I want to get prepped, ready for sewing the rest of the week. So some more orders off my Etsy shop, and then I'm going to show you my sew challenge from Instagram. Got a new cup of tea. Just looking at my little pussy cat. He's out in my garden. He might come in a minute. So I need to get these fabrics together. Have a swig. So excuse me while I just get these prepped. My space is so adaptable now that I've had to move around through lockdown. I love that I can use all the different areas, desks and surfaces for different things, and I don't have to pack everything away, which is also really good. So I'm going to cut out some bunting, and I need for 6 flags, so 3 of each. Now I always do my bunting flags double-sided, so let's, in this really pretty spot. I'm also really lucky that I have all my fabrics in my shop that I can also use myself, which I love. I'm just going to cut these out and prep these ready. There we go, prep done. So I've prepped 2 named bookmarks. I've got my bunting prepped. I just need to cut some little hearts out. And I've got my pencil case names prepped. And then while I sew them on, I will add the finishing little touches like little hearts over the eyes, that type of thing, just to make them look extra pretty. So they are going to sit next to my sewing machine now, ready for sewing possibly tomorrow. So prep done for tomorrow's sewing. That is now next to my sewing machine just here, ready for doing tomorrow, all ready to go. I like to just come up here and get on with sewing. The prep work, I find if I do that in the morning, it just takes me forever, whereas I do it in the afternoon and it just gets done really quickly. So that's done, ready to go. I'm going to go make another cup of tea now, and then I'm going to show you my very exciting Instagram challenge that I'm joining in with through the rest of October and November. I'll be back in a minute. So it's coming to the end of my working day before my daughter comes home from school, or I go and get her from school. The school is literally like behind my house almost, but I have to walk around. So it's not very far away. But I want to share with you one last thing. I've got a fresh cup of tea and it's really exciting. It's something that I'm joining in with on Instagram, and I haven't done it before, and it's probably not the best time for me to do a challenge right through the Christmas period, but I really want to make some new Instagram sewing friends and sort of get into a bit more of a community of like-minded sewists in that space. I tend to do a lot of stuff on Facebook, so I was really excited when I saw this pop up, and it's a Instagram challenge called Swap, Share, Sew. And basically you ask to join, and then you get paired up with another sewer on Instagram. So I've been paired up with the lovely Karen from So Little Time. I hope I've got that right. I will link everything below. And basically what we do is we pick a pattern and some fabric that we want to use to make our project, our sewing project. So she picks one and I pick one. We send a picture of what fabric we're using, and then we send each other a little habdash parcel of things that we need to include on our make. So it could be anything, I guess. You know, ribbons, whatever, buttons, zip, whatever. And you also, I don't think you have to, but you can send 2 pocket pouches. So, and they have to include that in their make as well. So really good fun, really creative. I have chose to do the Lander pants, and the reason I've done that is because I had the fabric. It's something that's on my list to make at the moment, and it's all cut out ready to go. I haven't made fitted like denim trousers before, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to have a go at doing that and sort of share in our little sewing group now on Instagram if I come across any problems and bits and pieces like that. So I thought it'd be quite a nice way to make it not feel like I was on my own making it. So I'm making the Lander pants, which if you have seen my last vlog, you will see was on my list of things to make over the winter, so it works perfectly. It's all cut out ready to go, and I'm making it from this really, really dark, almost black, but it's not, really dark blue denim with a slight bit of stretching just to give me a bit of forgiveness when I'm making it. And I'm making the long ones because Lander pants you can make sort of ankle length. I'm going to make the long ones and see what they look like, and if I like the shorter ones I'm just going to cut them off a bit shorter. Things I think I might change with the pattern, I've looked at a few other people that have made this pattern online, and I might make the leg slightly slimmer so it's not too wide legged, and I might also just bring the waist up just a smidge, but I'm going to see when I'm going to try it on as I go as much as I can. So that's what I'm making. So I'm really excited to see what Karen sends me. And also this week I'm making up her little parcel of goodies as well to send her. It's so exciting. So I can't wait for that. And hopefully, well, I've got to get it finished, which is quite nice as well. Not that I want to put pressure on myself, but it's quite nice to have that goal. And somebody waiting to see what I'm making. So that's what I'm doing on Instagram, and our projects have got to be finished by the end of November, and then we'll vlog about them and sort of let everybody know how we got on. So I'm really, really excited to be part of that. So thank you very much for the 2 lovely ladies that have organised that. They've done it in past years. I've just sort of come across it this year. And they were Luby Mabel's Closet I'll tag her below, and Rosie Sews Modern Vintage. So thank you, ladies, for letting me join the Swap Share Sew this year, and I'm super excited to get started. So yeah, this is my working day done. I am going to sit, have my cup of tea, maybe just have a little tidy around, although I've been pretty good today. I've been tidying up as I go. I've got everything ready for tomorrow, which is really cool. I might put a little post on Instagram, and then pretty much my day is done for my sewing. I'm going to pick my daughter up from school. My son comes home on the bus, make some tea, find out how their day went. Although I say that, and actually I'll probably sit down to ask them, and they'll go upstairs and immediately FaceTime their friends like they do. Haven't seen them all day, of course. Yeah, so see if I can get out of them what they actually done at school today. And then later on this evening, once we've got past all the bedtime nonsense that happens, if you've got young children, you probably feel that too. And if you don't, well done. I will sit down and probably edit my little vlog here. I have super enjoyed you all joining me today, so thank you so much. It's been really lovely, and I actually feel like I've achieved so much today. Having you guys follow me along, and just sort of a little glimpse behind the scenes of what the life of Made by Lucy is in Lucy's Sew Studio on a normal day. And every day is different in the Sew Studio, which is also loads of fun. So I'm sure if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you know when my next video is coming up. And also, if you want to see how my Lander pants turn out, then you need to subscribe to see the vlog. And I hope to see you all again soon. Until next time, happy sewing, everyone! Thanks for watching. Bye.